upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today, we have a terrific clash in store. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of this?
There he goes. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Fox. Caught near the sticks, it's Jordan. Touchdown, Southern Cal! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out. Just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Syracuse.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Fox. That's reeled in, it's Lions. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Wants to fire on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown USC!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Right back to the well. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. To the air, it's Hart. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. The short hands, it's Cook. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Coming up, 4th down.
Oh, this is a bad shank. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Powers through the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
Syracuse, 7.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fighting off the defender. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Touchdown, Trojans! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 4.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Hart. Pulls it in, it's Hutchinson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Now it looks as if they blocked the kick. Stop by this defense to get the football back. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to pass, it's Fox. Unloads to the right. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly to the tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Looking to throw, it's Hart. That's caught. It's Tremble. Bust through behind his pad. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive.
47 on the field goal.
Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught behind the line. It's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Hart. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Big guy smells it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
Brings up 4th and goal.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. Leaves it with the back. Kept it on the ground on third down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man, it's Hart. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And that's a nice job by this kicker bouncing back. Last field goal gets blocked. Don't worry about it. Get that thing up in the air. Long field goals sometimes are low, but he drives the ball way up in the air and drives it through the uprights.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On the ground, it's Hardy. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Lions. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Fox. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's McFadden.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They boot it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the ground. He's got it again. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Fox. Now improvising. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And
turning it on! Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. Finds some fresh air. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kingz.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 25 to South Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The idea was to sell that play, breaks into the open. Talk about a timely run, gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. The give and tick, 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 tick.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Grab behind the line. It's Lyons. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Slithers into space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Makes the quick grab. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. To throw, it's hard. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, USC. The defense putting points on the board. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Dude, you're just thinking hold them to 3, make them kick a field goal, don't let them score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Throws to the back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Finds his man. It's Hutchinson. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The Trojans line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation